What if I told you that you could own a 1,300 square foot home in Fort Lauderdale for somewhere around $275,000? Finance, a real mortgage, your name on the deed, and the land underneath it. Pool, tennis courts, golf course, boat launch, $80 a month in HOA, because that exists right now and almost nobody is talking about it. Today I'm going to show you exactly what it is, where it is, and what you need to qualify. And if you think you can't afford South Florida, you need to watch this entire video. Now, before I show you this, I have to address something, because when I tell most people what I'm about to tell you, the first thing they say is, wait, is that a mobile home? And yes, technically we're talking about a manufactured home community. And I know what just happened in your brain because it happened in mine too. Growing up, your mind went straight to something you saw in a movie. Run down, neglected, not somewhere you'd want to raise a family or build real equity. I get it. Where I'm from, manufactured homes had a stigma. And that stigma is costing people real money because it's keeping them from one of the best value plays left in this entire market. So let me show you what this actually looks like. This is Ravenswood Estates in Fort Lauderdale. All ages community. You own the land, amenities included, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, tennis courts, pickleball, basketball, a 9-hole golf course, a fitness center, sauna, BBQ area, a boat launch, 4 bowling lanes, shuffleboard, a full clubhouse, and a hair salon. HOA is only $80 a month. $80 a month. Compare that to a condo in South Florida where you're paying $600, $800, sometimes over $1,000 a month in HOA, plus special assessments on top of that, plus building insurance issues, plus financing restrictions on the building itself that can blow up your deal at the last second. And we'll come back to that. Now, here's the part that most people really don't know. A lot of owners in the community like this are affluent snowbirds, people from up north who bought here as a second home, and they are not spending the summer in South Florida, which means from roughly May through October, the pool is empty, the courts are empty, the clubhouse is empty. You've basically got a private resort for yourself for 6 months out of the year, 4 miles from the beach, and minutes to the Hard Rock and Fort Lauderdale. This is not a trailer park. This is a community where successful people own second homes. The stigma is old. The reality looks like this. And hey, quick pause. If you're learning something right now, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. I put out South Florida real estate content every week, buyers, investors, market deep dives, and this is exactly the kind of stuff I cover that you're not going to hear from most agents. Let's keep going. Now let's talk about the single most important thing you need to understand about the manufactured home communities, because this is what separates the ones you can finance from the ones you cannot. There are 2 types. The first type is a lot rent community. You own the home, but you do not own the land underneath it. You pay monthly lot rent to the park. In South Florida, that's running anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month or more right now. And the big problem is that most conventional lenders won't touch it. You're looking at cash or very specialized financing. And because you don't own the land, your appreciation is limited. And you're at the mercy of whatever the park decides to do with that land down the road. The second type is land-owned community. You own the home and the lot it sits on. It's titled real property, just like a single family home. And that changes everything because you can finance it. Ravenswood Estates is land owned, so you own the land that your home sits on. So let's talk about what you actually need to qualify, because there are specific boxes that have to be checked. First, the home has to be titled as real property, not personal property. This is automatic in a land-owned community, but it's worth confirming on every deal. Second, it needs to be a permanent foundation, HUD compliant, non-negotiable for lenders. Third, and this is a big one in South Florida, tie downs and anchoring, we're in a wind zone here. Down here, lenders are going to require an engineer certification or inspection confirming the home meets HUD wind zone requirements. Budget for that in your due diligence. Fourth, the home must have been built after June 15th, 1976. That's the HUD code date. Every lender is going to ask. If it was built before that date, you're almost certainly looking at a cash only. Fifth, double wide versus single wide. This is where a lot of people get tripped up. Single wide homes exist in these communities, and some of them are beautiful, but most conventional lenders and FHA won't finance them. If you want financing, you're shopping for a double wide. That's your target. FHA, VA, conventional financing all have slightly different overlays on manufactured housing. So who you work with as a lender matters. This is not a transaction you want to take someone who's never done one before. Let's put the numbers in perspective. You're looking at a 1,300 to 1,400 square foot foot home, 2-bed, 2-bath, sometimes even a 3-bed. A Fort Lauderdale address, the land-owned lot, $80 a month HOA. Current listings in Ravenswood Estates are running from the mid-100s all the way up to the high 400s, depending on size, condition, and whether you've got a waterfront lot. Your sweet spot for a solid move-in ready double wide is roughly the mid-200s to the mid-300s. Now compare that to buying a condo in the same price range in South Florida. Right now, you've got HOA fees that can run $600 to $1,000 a month. You've got buildings with deferred maintenance and special assessments hitting owners for tens of thousands of dollars. You've got FHA financing blacklists on buildings that don't meet reserve requirements. You've got insurance carriers pulling out of the state and premiums going through the roof. A land-owned manufactured home in a well-run community sidesteps almost all of that. Lower carrying costs, real equity, real deed, and a price point that actually opens the door for buyers who thought South Florida was completely out of reach. We're almost at the finish line. If this video has been helpful, now's a great time to hit the subscribe and leave me a comment below. Tell me, did you know you could finance a manufactured home? I read every comment and I want to know, let's keep going. Who is this actually the right move for? First-time buyers who have been told they can't afford South Florida. This might be your entry point. Second, buyers who have been burned by condo financing issues, and there are a lot of you right now. Third, snowbirds or second home buyers who want low maintenance, resort amenities, and a Fort Lauderdale address without the condo price tag. The fourth, investors who are looking at affordable single-family alternative with real upside as this market continues to get squeezed at the entry level. Here's the bottom line. There are people sitting on the sidelines right now convinced they cannot afford to buy in South Florida. And some of them are right, but a lot of them are wrong. They just don't know this option exists. That's literally the only reason I made this video. If you want to know whether you'd qualify to finance a home like this, the credit, the income, the loan type, the specific requirements, reach out to me directly. Link is in the description and in my bio. I work with buyers on exactly this type of transaction, and I know these communities. And if you know someone who keeps saying they can't afford to buy down here, send them this video. You might just change their situation. I'm Alex. I cover South Florida real estate right here on this channel. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you then.